Four teams. We're down to the last four then, the penultimate round in this fine competition. The two teams ahead of us here have their eyes firmly fixed on the grand prize. They both believe it is within their compass. Having come this far, they're entitled to believe that. The competition has provided us with a lot of drama up to this point, and I'm sure there is plenty more to come before it reaches its ultimate climax. It's a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. So it's a straight shootout for the final. That's what we're going to see. There's nowhere, Jim, you would rather be.
Yeah, one of the occasions of the season, and in an atmosphere to match it. We may well see a high-octane contest where both really look to test respective defences. I sincerely hope we avoid the alternative, which is a potential game of chess. It deserves much more than that, Peter. Here's hoping.
The action has already started. Modric, Sergio Ramos, and it's Bale. Tries lifting it over. Rodriguez tries to get it forward quickly. Ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Daniel Carvajal. Bale. Room shot, a goal! And it's a goal!
And some of the best managers I played for insisted on starting games as you mean to go on. And we've just seen a very important opening goal from an extremely talented individual who looks primed for more. He really does look at it. Well, those two have a lovely understanding and they executed the 1-2 impeccably to set up the goal.
Real Madrid take the early advantage. Banker plays it out to the wing. He's got the ball glued to his feet. And the finish! It didn't come off, but an audacious effort.
Oh, that's fantastic improvisation he showed there. Adjusted himself very quickly, but it's rare that they come off.
Banker. Out to the left it goes. Good ball. Banker. Over to the left. Bale. A real chance to break. Banker. Oh, too much on it. Forward it goes.
Toulouse have made it clear what they're trying to do for me, Peter.
What are they trying to do?
Well, I think they're making the pitch as big as possible to work both flanks into better supply routes.
Now it's Benzema. Nacho. Now it's Bale. And it's James Rodriguez. Real Madrid making the ideal start. It is something to build on.
Always when you score early, it gives you such a lift, and it casts doubt in the minds of your opponents at the same time. And that pretty much sums up the difference in what we see. One team assured, the other a little unsure.
James Rodriguez. Benzema. Banker. First quarter of an hour gone. Real Madrid scored early, of course, and the score is 1-0. Tried to play it through.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Well read, he sorted that out. Hazard. Cleared without complication. That's been won straight back. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Tries to stroke it through. Sergio Ramos. James Rodriguez. Modric. Now it's Benzema. Hazard. Nacho. Benzema has been found. Hoists it high. He just whacks it away. Out to the left it goes. And that has been clubbed away. Real Madrid get it back again. Casemiro goes looking. Clears it out of harm's way. Sergio Ramos. Modric. Sergio Ramos. Nacho. And it's Benzema. Bale. He's gone for it! Great ball to play him in, but he will be gutted to miss that.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Aimed long and direct. James. Casemiro. It's come loose. Gradle did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And it's Hazard. Now it's Bale. Forward it goes. Sergio Ramos battles to win it back. Tries to get it forward quickly. Real Madrid leading by 1 and looking very comfortable on it. Played back in, played down the flank. He's left his man. last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Bale. And now they can launch a counter. Aimed long and direct. And he's cut it out. Forward it goes. Right through the middle. He's in, surely! Tries to dink it in. Point blank header! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Courtois gets it upfield. Tries to get it forward quickly. Breaks on here. Gets it back.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Now it's Bale. Looking for space out wide. It'll be the final action of the first half. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, they showed glimpses of some wonderful football to go in with the lead at half-time, and that's definitely pleased the fans. I think they'll be looking to keep this intensity up now in the second half.
Real Madrid come in, having established that lead, a game where the narrative is, at least in terms of the scoreline, so far so good. So off we go once more.
Real Madrid going well here, and they're in a good position to kick on and add to their lead. They don't have to overcommit, but they can place more emphasis on stretching their advantage without necessarily neglecting things defensively.
Looks to clip it forward. Offside that time.
Just, it seems, but just is enough.
Keeper goes long. Benzema. Modric. Benzema! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Benzema is very sporting here to acknowledge the quality of the save. A lovely little footballing moment.
Banker. Out wide to the right. Now it's Gradle. Gradle to get on the end of this. And it's Benzema, gets it back. Gradle. Oh, that's neat. And it's got through. In with a header! He's done very well to get to that.
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
To safety. James Rodriguez, played out to the right. Now it's Benzema, more than happy to take the muscular approach.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities. This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frightened of people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but
It's Benzema!
well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Toulouse to retain the ball, but seemingly in no rush to break forward. Aimed long and direct. Now, where's he looking? Back to the keeper and try something new. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Here it comes. Referee's given a throw. Could be thinking about a shot here. Van Keer. With a delicate ball. Cradle with the delivery. Casemiro knocks it away.
Toulouse showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
Sergio Ramos. Daniel Carvajal. And it's Bale. He's in! He's away! Hazard! And that's caused a worry or two.
Hazard did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
Time for a change in personnel. Forward it goes. Plays it out to the wing. There's no flag. Played into the middle. Up to meet it. Hits it again, but still no joy.
Toulouse might just feel they're onto something here, despite not putting that away, you know.
For it! Carvajal boots it to safety. Oh, he's in! Can he put it away? Worth a try. Shame about the outcome.
Yaya Sanogo really improvised cleverly there. His quick thinking almost paid off in real style.
Bale. Rodriguez spreads it towards the left. Over to the left. Benzema.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Nacho plays it forward. And the referee has brought play back and showed him a yellow card. And it's Azar. Nacho. He's had a shot! That is wayward. Out to the left it goes.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Bale. Benzema. Oh, it's Benzema. That's a corner. Yes, it is. Rodriguez goes short. And he's got good distance. Who's chasing? It's Casemiro. And the weighted pass. That's gone a long way up and away.
Real Madrid are looking to make this one safe. They want to reduce the risk.
Played into space out wide. Lovely bit of skill. In comes the cross.
Toulouse need to give it everything they have, kitchen sink included.
Now it's Hazard. Real Madrid need to hold on for a few more moments.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Sergio Ramos. Nacho. Sergio Ramos. Modric. Now it's Benzema. Hazard. Benzema. That's been levered clear. De Sevi. And time is up. Real Madrid, the win they wanted, a home win that sets them nicely for an away leg whose test will be altogether sterner.
And there's a lot more to read into this game than just the scoreline.
Well, welcome to you and to our coverage of semi-final day. Has to be said, we have an atmosphere here that is really buzzing. Both teams terrifically well represented, fans hopeful, expectant. As well they might be, there is no shortage of belief on either side that it will be their team at the expense of the other, their team alone, which will be lifting the trophy come the final. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. So it's a straight shootout for the final. That's what we're going to see. There's nowhere, Jim, you would rather be.
Yeah, one of the occasions of the season, and in an atmosphere to match it. We may well see a high-octane contest where both really look to test respective defences. I sincerely hope we avoid the alternative, which is a potential game of chess. It deserves much more than that, Peter. Here's hoping.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Silva. Zinchenko. Sterling. Deftly done. He's in space and looking for options. Boots it to safety. No question, that's a foul. Has got good distance on that. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Forward it goes. Played out to the right, back into the middle. He's made sure that that won't get through. And it's Sterling. Zinchenko. De Bruyne. Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Zinchenko, Otamendi, Laporte plays it forward, Sterling, oh that's neat, dinks one in. Sterling looking to get on the end of this. Had too much on it. Silva. Gabriel Jesus. Zinchenko. Lovely bit of skill. Up to meet it! Oh, not the best of headers. It out to the wing. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges? Lovely bit of skill there. Crosses in a low one. And he heaves it forward. He certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. The ref ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. That's going to be a goal kick. It's Bernardo Silva. De Bruyne. Gundogan. There are a few waiting for it. Looking for a corner. And it's been taken short. In towards the middle. Cleared without complication. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. He's left his man. Can he pull it off? And that's been levered clear. Looking to shoot.
Very nice shimmy to manipulate the space. That was cleverly worked.
Silva. Sterling. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. There's a long ball. Looking for space out wide. Can he finish? He's scored!
Estudiantes are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
Estudiantes take the lead, 1-0.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Ball is over the line. Zinchenko. Sterling. Silva. Can he put it away? It's there! And however many surrounded him, that is what he can do.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were in good position, and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked the scoring position when it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business, that.
has certainly made things interesting.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
De Bruyne. Out towards the flank. Just brushed off the ball there. De Bruyne. Kyle Walker. It's Gundogan! Out wide to the right. Out to the left it goes. He's gone out of play. De Bruyne. Silva. It's Silva. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Tries to get it forward quickly. Gundogan takes it out wide. Gabriel Jesus looking to run onto it. It's a good run down the right. Where could this lead? Nice touch. Crosses it in low. And out it comes again. Pushes it out wide. Fires it in low. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
That's great defending to cover for the goalkeeper and just get something in the way.
Kyle Walker. Aimed long and direct. Silva. Now it's Sterling. Sterling not easily shrugged off the ball. The defence can get it clear. Kyle Walker. Gundogan plays it out to the flank. Bernardo Silva gets into a good position. Goes for goal! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, as test goalkeeper, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
To safety. We hit half-time. Genuinely interesting game here. Very, very watchable. 2 goals, 1 each. So we reach the halfway point.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. Estudiantes get the second half started. Gabriel Jesus. Gundogan. Walker. Drilled in long. Hits one! Oh, and he's got good distance. Who's chasing? Gundogan. To hoof it away. Marcos Rojo. He's got options out wide. himself at it! He has done it! And again they hit the front! Spectacular header. He really flung himself at that.
Ah, strikers love a diving header, and he timed that to perfection.
Estudiantes go into the lead. Bernardo Silva. Kyle Walker. Gabriel Jesus. That's sprayed out wide. De Bruyne gets it back. It's loose. Tries to stroke it through. And it's hoisted clear. Played out to the right. Played back in. Knocks it away.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight.
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
There really wasn't very much in that, far away from being a telling final ball.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
He's gone for it! They've done it!
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before, and no doubt they'll work it again.
His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. So all square, and not for the first time.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
Aimed low and direct. Laporte gets rid without sophistication. Mascherano delivers. Time to deliver. Sitting behind for a corner kick. David Silva gets it away. Marcos Rojo. Mascherano plays it forward. Shoots! Same again, same outcome.
Estudiantes really are in the ascendancy here, and they know they have to register while that's the case.
Gabriel Jesus spreads it towards the left. And it's got through. And that's a throw. Zinchenko swept in. Clears it out of harm's way. De Bruyne. Out wide to the right. Played back in. And he's whipped it in low. Rojo gets good distance on it. Some clever work on the flank.
Yeah, they seem to be encouraging both fullbacks to ease inside, so we'll keep an eye on that to see if it all works out.
Oh, well defended, that had to be done. Yet another to add to football's endless list of could-haves and should-haves.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Looks to shapes the shoots. He's scored. That is his third. Who can stop him? And that has stunned the fans into silence. They just cannot take it in.
Well, when the game's played like that, it's made to look very simple. You know, I love watching football like this. Easy, effective, 1-2, bang. Thanks very much.
He's made it three. Quite a day at the office for him.
Oh, this has been an immense contribution from one player who's been just about unplayable. The irresistible force today.
So we have a breakthrough.
And they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
And the finish! He's missed another one. And it's hoisted clear.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Rojo goes looking. Plays it out to the flank. It's on a plate. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. They've got it back as soon as they gave it away.
Estudiantes are actually displaying tremendous fighting spirit. There's a real belief that they can still have a say.
Estudiantes have it back and they can go again. Oh, sweet feet.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
Gabriel Jesus. Yeah, he's fouled him there. He is going into that little black book. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down. It's Sterling. Boots it to safety.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Good work work on the right flank. Now, what's next? And he's onside. He's slid it through. Big chance! Saved only by poor finishing. Checks on the touchline, a change about to occur.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
And it's De Bruyne. How about a shot? He's got him, shoots! And that has been clubbed away. Oh, terrific run to latch onto it, but the finish is all wrong.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass. Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though.
Has a pop!
Manchester City certainly don't need to overcommit now. Their priority lies further back.
Forward it goes.
Look, their supporters must be going barmy about this because there's no sense of purpose in what we're seeing.
And help's available out wide. Almost there, and the players can feel it. Battles to win it back. The referee brings it to a close. So home advantage told. They have the win they wanted and have a useful lead to carry away with them into the second leg. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Manchester City simply imposed their strength from start to finish, and this became as predictable as predicted.
So a warm welcome to all of you who have just tuned into our broadcast. This, of course, part two of the semi-final affair, and the prize, a ticket to the showpiece final of this top competition. The fates of both teams far from decided. They are separated by the thinnest of margins, and I'm sure that they are both all too acutely aware of that. Only one thing is for sure, and that is that we must have a winner today, by hook or by crook. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. So the hosts have it all to do if they are to turn this round with the help of their loyal support.
Well, if you have to produce a big result, and by that I mean one of real importance, doing it on your own patch, in front of your own crowd, is the preferred choice. The performance plays number two to the result, Peter. At times like this, you don't really care how you win, just get it done.
So off we go then. Toulouse were defeated on their travels in the first leg. And that means anything less than a win, and they would miss out on the final. And he's there to hoof it away. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Benzema plays a clever pass, and it's got through. And it's Gradle. Now it's Benzema. Pushes it out wide. Hit into the middle. Kroos goes looking, chance to break. Now it's Benzema, played out to the right. Gradle, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Sergio Ramos plays it forward. And he's going long. Hazard. Oh, that's neat. Great leap! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out. Real Madrid have pushed both fullbacks into quite advanced positions here.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what are they attempting to do?
Well, it's a bold attempt, in my opinion, to occupy the opposition in a way they're not expecting.
Gets it upfield. Bale. And he's there to cut it out. Keeper goes long. Modric tries to get it forward quickly. Over to the left. Lobs it in gently. Knocks it away. Kroos plays it short. Forward it goes. Gone for a throw-in. Modric, good challenge, he just stood firm. A Really good feet. Now it's Hazard. Must score! And that's been levered clear.
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
Hit long and direct. A good challenge, stood up well against his man. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Aimed long and direct. Toulouse, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Toni Kroos tries to get it forward quickly. Out wide to the right. He won't reach that. Gradle. And it's Gradle. Gradle goes looking. Turns and goes back. Played into the middle. Sergio Ramos boots it to safety. Modric. Toni Kroos. Benzema spreads it towards the left. Lovely bit of skill. And that's been well dealt with. Another chance from a corner. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Forward it goes. He's through. Promising move that. Good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. Bale. Toni Kroos. Dinks one in. Boots it to safety. Well, they could break here. Modric gets his foot in there. Knocks it away. It'll be a throw-in. And that's been levered clear. Long ball, but not especially accurate. Carvajal. Precious little by way of goal-mouth action yet. Plays it out to the wing. He's left his man. And he just whacks it away. Bale displaying his defensive capabilities there. That's no striker's tackle.
I think it's great to see that kind of application and desire from a forward who wants to help out his defence. I think, you know, any good team really, your striker should be the first line of that defence, and he's delivering.
And it's Carvajal. Drilled in, the shot's on! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset. Real Madrid produced a lovely sequence of passes there. It's a terrific brand of football to watch, and importantly, it is a strong end product.
Real Madrid give themselves the perfect start. Can they build on it? Bradle. The semi-final reaches halfway. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, they definitely won't be happy with that half. They seem to lack a bit of desire, especially going forward. It wouldn't surprise me to see a change or two.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, it seems like the perfect situation for fortune favouring the brave. 45 minutes to pack in enough risk-taking to get this match turned around. It's very doable.
Now it's Hazard. He's looked long this time. And it's hoisted clear. He put it away! Decent enough try.
Hazard certainly could have and should have made more of that.
Modric. Daniel Carvajal. Modric. Ball through needs to be good here. Could move up a gear here. Going through. Plays it out to the flank.
Casemiro simply had to make that count, and he did it with some authority too. Wonderful.
Keeper's got good distance on that. Out to the left it goes. Sergio Ramos boots it to safety. And the counter is on. Played out to the right. Benzema pushes it out wide. He's got away. Bale gets into some space. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Swept in. Gets good distance on it. Modric. Played back in. Now it's Benzema. Shapes the shoots! It away. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Keeper goes long. Well, it's a safety in numbers approach to defending here.
Yeah, but dropping deep can bring more trouble.
Yeah?
Well, shots from distance and space in wider positions, besides the obvious issue of inviting most of your opposition high up the pitch.
And that's been levered clear. Looks to clip it forward. Carvajal boots it to safety. Carvajal can hoist it clear. Hazard. Now it's Bale. It's another to add to football's endless list of could-haves and should-haves.
Real Madrid just had to make the ball stick, but came up short.
Sit back. Massive leap! And he's there to make a great save.
The keeper really dug out his defence then, a magnificent effort.
He's got the ball glued to his feet. Out towards the flank. Cut out in the nick of time. Now the counter. Out wide to the right. Now it's Gradle. Has a swing at it! Oh, it's gone in!
Yeah, look, let me tell you that when you're receiving a ball from behind, when you're on the move like that, can be very tricky to negotiate. But technically, I think he got that right. The finish was beautifully composed.
Checks on the touchline, a change about to occur. We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could now well reward them with an equaliser.
And it's Azar. Forward it goes. Bale. To get it forward quickly. Tried to play it through.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Benzema. Modric with a long pass. And it's hoisted clear. Toulouse making another change here. He just whacks it away. And it's Modric. Now it's Hazard. Oh, great defending. That needed doing.
Hazard really got caught in a trap there, and he just couldn't get out.
Just the keeper's big chance!
Toulouse are actually displaying tremendous fighting spirit. There's a real belief that they can still have a say.
Surely a foul, free kick. Now it's Modric. It's Modric! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Modric. Casemiro. Toni Kroos, aimed long and direct. Van Kjær. Here it comes.
Definitely not going down without a scrap. Their attitude just can't be faulted.
Well, it is a narrow lead, but they are clinging on to it right now. They have 1 foot in the final. Looking for space out wide. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
Real Madrid are looking to make this one safe. They want to reduce the risk.
They are right into last chance territory. Played into space out wide. He's left his man.
Look, with time running out, they have to get the ball in the penalty box, and if it means a long punt, then so be it. They've got to give themselves a chance.
Now it's Bale. Battles to win it back. How about a shot? Going through. Crowd calling for him to shoot. Carvajal crosses in a low one. It's gone a long way up and away.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Tries to get it forward quickly. And the weighted pass. He's got away. Who's ball? Who's going to get that? Goes down, but nothing given. That's it. They are out. Toulouse are out. All square here, but that's not enough. Damage done in the first leg, and they're done for. Well, considering what happened in the first game, Jim, how do you think they've done here?
Well, Peter, it was always going to be an uphill struggle, and while they've restored some pride, they lost it in the first leg.
Well, hello and welcome to our coverage of the last of the semi-final action. It's a match in which the hosts are hoping to overturn their narrow deficit from the first leg. A first leg which was extremely tense. We have a near-on capacity crowd here who are collectively willing them to turn it round. And it is quite an atmosphere that they have created. Hugely intimidating for any opponent to walk into. Something tells me that sparks will fly here. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue. Quite a sight to behold. Potentially 90 minutes away from the final, and it is the host, Jim, who have everything to do here.
Well, if you have to produce a big result, and by that I mean one of real importance, doing it on your own patch, in front of your own crowd, is the preferred choice. The performance plays number two to the result, Peter. At times like this, you don't really care how you win, just get it done.
And that gets things running. Estudiantes were defeated on their travels in the first leg. And that means anything less than a win, and they would miss out on the final. Swept in. Goalkeeper's ball. Zinchenko. Aguero. Bernardo Silva. Going goes up and it's Aguero! That is wayward.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
Oh, good interception. Bruin plays it forward. Gundogan gets it back to the keeper and go again. Kyle Walker. De Bruyne. Silva. Gundogan. Zinchenko tries to get it forward quickly. Sterling. Aguero has a goal! Big moment! Massive goal!
And some of the best managers I played for insisted on starting games as you mean to go on. And we've just seen a very important opening goal from an extremely talented individual who looks primed for more. He really does look at it. Manchester City are certainly a team that knows how to play their football as stylishly as you'll see. Tiki-taka at its very best, and they back it up with goals.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. And it's Aguero. Sterling. Estudiantes are already chasing the game. Not time to go.
Well, the task is obviously a lot tougher. They can't afford to waste time feeling sorry for themselves. The correct response is greater focus and work rate now, and especially avoiding another goal.
Sterling tries to dink it in. And that's a throw. Zinchenko. Silva goes for goal! And he's there to hoof it away. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Gets good distance on it. Stones Sends it forward with interest. Laporte. Out to the left it goes. Aguero beats the offside trap. So who's he picking out? It's gone a long way up and away. Oh, that's neat. Played into the middle. Rojo knocks it away. Good clearance and very necessary. Going through. It's a fine run and he's happy to keep going. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Cleared without complication. It's Bernardo Silva. Kyle Walker.
Manchester City have made some interesting moves in getting their fullbacks to tuck in.
Right approach, isn't it?
Yeah, so many fullbacks now just want to...
Stones is the guilty party there. And he has shown him a yellow card.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
That's been levered clear. Sterling has created one goal already. Aimed long and direct. Danger averted for now. Challenge, he just stood firm. Zinchenko. Timely intervention. Estudiantes are one down despite having the better chances here. It's got through and... Laporte tries a pass forward. Bernardo Silva. And it's Aguero. He's on the back foot. To the goalkeeper. Laporte cuts it out. Get that clear. Aguero. Now it's Silva, out wide to the right. Silva, he's left his man, goes for goal! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Forward it goes. It's Bernardo Silva. Big chance here. He's gone for it. It's a goal. And this is getting better and better.
Manchester City are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heavily.
So now the difference is 3. Plays it out to the wing. He's on a charge. He's it out of harm's way. Beautifully executed. Take by the keeper, he's read that well. And he's made certain that won't get through. And the finish! The keeper's done ever so well.
Oh, that's a sparkling save, absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Breaks on here. No way through there. Well, they could break here. De Bruyne. And the semi-final reaches halfway. What's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
We're underway again.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
Mascherano boots it to safety. Defending was strong and firm. It's Bernardo Silva. Silva. Oh, he's found him in space. Tries to get it forward quickly. Played out to the right. Hoists it high. Bernardo Silva. Silva. Gundogan. Zinchenko. Gundogan. With a long pass, and it's hoisted clear. Now it's Sterling. Beautifully done. Sterling crosses it in low, and it's De Bruyne. The line, and it's a throw. Well, there's going to be a change now with the ball out of play. Now it's Silva. Silva. And that has been clubbed away. Kyle Walker. Gundogan. Aguero. And it's De Bruyne. Now it's Aguero. Is it in? Yes! And surely that settles it. He was urged to shoot, and he duly delivered.
I just think it's clever positioning from clever movement, and when all of that is synchronised with the right pass, that's what happens.
Mascherano. Looking for space out wide. Big chance! Has a hit! Gundogan with a fine tackle. Played it short. Massive leap! He will be livid with himself.
Manchester City have anticipated an aerial bombardment.
Just looks like mass defence.
Yeah, it's a case of needs must at certain times, Peter, and they have to respond to what's being asked of them.
Aguero. A real chance to break. Oh, it's Gundogan. Ball's loose, who's getting there?
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
That's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Estudiantes still have 2 substitutions up their sleeve. Sterling. Zinchenko. Sterling. Sterling. That's a corner kick. Up to meet it! That is a class save. He had to be at his best.
Aguero did so well to make use of the little space that was afforded to him. It wasn't easy, that. Manchester City have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Aguero. That is terrific skill. And he just whacks it away. He's got away, pretty robust, but it's got the job done. Back into the middle, plays a clever pass. Neat exchange. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there. Sterling, he hits that long. Aguero needs to run onto it. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Aguero fires it in low. Retrieved, albeit perhaps momentary. Estudiantes chosen to bring on the last of their substitutes.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though not quite able.
Defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
Walker does well to read it and intercepts. De Bruyne already, of course, on the score sheet, and he has been fouled there. Aguero shapes the shoots. Great football, shot and save.
All he'll be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up.
Boots it to safety. Aimed long and direct. Rapidly approaching the end. They have 1 foot in the final. To the last 5 minutes. Chooses to go back, looking to shoot! Keeper's got his work done. The changes then in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Throw in. Accusatory stare there tells the whole story.
Estudiantes seem to have chosen a tougher route with the middle. That was easily read and dealt with.
Great overlap from left back. He's got the ball glued to his feet. He's gone for it! It goes to show he is human after all. Stones does well there, alert. Bernardo Silva. Aguero. Now it's Sterling. The ball's come loose and the chase is on. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And he heaves it forward. He's through, now is he in? Crunching tackle. And it's Aguero. Now it's Sterling. Estudiantes are out. Beaten in the first leg, beaten again in the second. There is little room for argument. They were second best. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Look, this is so tough to have to handle because they poured their heart and soul into getting this far, only to succumb. Semi-finals can be so cruel, and I think this has been a standout example.
So here we go, the final act in what has been a competition that has entranced us throughout, never short on drama or emotion or talking points. This year's edition certainly does more than hold up to its predecessors. It seems this is the game in which everybody is keen to play a part. The stands are washed with colour, proud renditions of their songs from either end. It really does have all the ingredients of a top final. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. Both teams, Jim, eyeing the ultimate prize here, unerring focus and determination in all of those eyes.
Yes, Peter, I've been a winning finalist and I've been a losing finalist, and I don't need to tell anyone what I preferred. Winning will help fans remember you for a long, long time, so I sincerely wish both teams well and hope that all the players can give a good account of themselves, and you've heard it before, may the best team do it.
Gets underway.
Look, we can only hope for a final that will be free-flowing, end-to-end and highly entertaining, but fear of defeat can often dominate emotions, so don't be surprised if it gets nervy and tense.
Madrid gets it back, and it's Bale. That is terrific skill. Bale looking to get on the end of this. And that's been levered clear. Kroos goes short. Gets it into the middle. And out to safety. And the header! Decent attempt, but quite good enough. Out wide to the right. Benzema. It's Benzema! He's done very well to get to that.
Benzema is very sporting here to acknowledge the quality of the save. A lovely little footballing moment.
And back to base. Gets it upfield. Bernardo Silva. Toni Kroos. Goes looking. That's a foul. Free kick's been given. It's not taken him long. And that's going to be a booking. Knocks it away. Aguero. De Bruyne. Zinchenko. Well read, he sorted that out. Forward it goes. De Bruyne. Back into the middle. Right through the middle. A really good feat from him. Benzema. That'll go straight through to the keeper. And the counter is on. Kroos plays it out to the wing. Played back in. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Played out to the right. He's left his man. Lovely bit of skill there. And it's Walker. Looks to thread it through. Aimed in towards the centre. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Back into the middle. Kyle Walker with a delicate ball. He's gone for it! Oh, it's there! That could turn out to be a big, big goal.
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Well, certainly the big occasion and a very big opening goal to boost everyone's confidence here.
Benzema, Carvajal, he's got options in the box if he gets his head up. It's gone a long way up and away. Rafael Varane to the keeper and try something new. Casemiro, Sergio Ramos. Floats one over. Swept in. That is good defending. It's been repelled. Sterling. Well, they could break here. Silva. Aguero spreads it towards the left. De Bruyne. Sterling. Varane boots it to safety. Gundogan. Zinchenko. Sterling. Varane can hoist it clear. Sterling receives it from behind. De Bruyne draws one in. Cleared without complication. Stones is the guilty party there. Did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Bernardo Silva. Aguero goes long. And that has been clubbed away. Now it's Benzema. Bale. Carvajal. Played into space out wide. Bale. Played into the middle. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Stones plays it forward. That's surely a foul, free kick. distance on that. He's played him through. Now it's Bale. Bale! There it is! Real Madrid are level. And that is stunning. Just too hot to handle.
Oh, the contact was fantastic. Right on the bootlaces, and it packed a lot of venom for what was a really potent strike.
Has certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Bernardo Silva. Walker. Fires it in low. Hits one! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Aguero simply didn't do anything wrong. He was thwarted by brilliance.
Bruin with the short one. Drilled in low. And he heaves it forward. Dashing forward at pace. Benzema, can he find a finish now? He'll have it in! Goal! Real Madrid! And the comeback is complete!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground, because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front. They really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
So we have a breakthrough.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Sterling looking to run onto it. He could have been in, just needed a better final ball.
Manchester City seemed to have chosen a tougher route through the middle. That was easily read and dealt with.
And it's Sterling. Tries to get it forward quickly. Sterling. More than happy to take the muscular approach. And he's got good distance. Who's chasing? That's some clever work on the flank.
Yeah, they seem to be encouraging both fullbacks to ease inside, so we'll keep an eye on that to see if it all works out.
Bale's cross. Up for the header! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
Modric. Whistle's gone, and we've reached the halfway point of the final. Oh, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. So Jim, the halfway point of the final, what are you thinking?
Real Madrid have the lead,
And obviously it's going to be the happier dressing room at half-time, but it'll be interesting to see what they do second half. I really think that they should push on and do more of what we saw as we approached half-time.
Real Madrid leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It is intriguing to watch and could easily go either way. And we're up and running. That looks a foul. The referee's given it. And that's going to be a booking. Corner then. And that's been levered clear. Kyle Walker. Gundogan. Kyle Walker. Bernardo Silva. Aguero. De Bruyne. Laporte. Over to the left. Sterling. Varane does well to read it and intercepts. Keeper goes long. He's made sure that that won't get through. Aimed long and direct. Now it's Aguero. And it's Bernardo Silva. Silva. Gundogan. Behind for a corner kick. And it's hoisted clear. Benzema. Bale already, of course, on the score sheet. Bale. Benzema. It's Benzema!
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Gets it upfield. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Varane gets into the right position to intercept. Bale. Carvajal hits that long. Bale, and he's whipped it in low. David Silva gets rid without sophistication. Walker goes up and over. Toni Kroos. David Silva pushes it out wide. Gets good distance on it. Walker, and it's got through. Now it's Aguero. Aguero. Carvajal goes looking.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Hope is just about the sum of it, isn't it, Jim?
Just has to be done.
And it's Bale.
Manchester City have anticipated an aerial bombardment.
Just looks like mass defence.
Yeah, it's a case of needs must at certain times, Peter, and they have to respond to what's being asked of them.
Surely he scores! Danger averted for now. Looking for a decent ball in. Laporte boots it to safety. Massive leap! Oh, great save, really. real class.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
De Bruyne. Zinchenko. De Bruyne. Real Madrid haven't made a substitution yet. Hit long and direct. Oh, not quite. Coached through there. Going through. He's got the ball glued to his feet. And it's Carvajal. Bale's cross. So who's he picking out? In once more. Stones knocks it away. Played it again. Can he score? He scored! And with that goal comes comfort. Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
Yeah, it looks simple, Peter, but it requires intelligent use of space and good understanding to pull it off.
Changed the dynamic somewhat.
Look, it's a whole different ball game now, Peter, and it's a test of how they manage affairs from here.
Aguero. Sterling. Silva. Just about up to 75 minutes. Silva. Silva has a goal! And he's there to hoof it away. Aguero. Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. Benzema. Real chance to break. Walker cuts it out. It's Aguero. Done very well to intervene. Carvajal plays it forward. Benzema plays it out to the flank. Bale conjuring up some magic on the right-hand side. Keeper's got good distance on that. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Out to the left it goes. Deftly done. Is it in? Just too high. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Bale. Lovely bit of skill. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Just whacks it away. That'll be a throw. So not long left left in this now. Just a few moments from glory. A really good feat. Accusatory stare there tells the whole story.
Manchester City just had to make the ball stick, but came up short.
Bernardo Silva. Get that clear. Silva, over to the left. Aguero. He slid it through, and he's there to cut it out. Fernandinho battles to win it back. And it's Walker. And that's been levered clear. What a throw in. There's going to be another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Clearance, very necessary. Silva, and he's going long, looking for space out wide. Now it's Bale. It's got through to him. Bale. He's Bale! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. You won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
Aguero spreads it towards the left. And time is up. Real Madrid have done it here. Winners of the Konami Cup. A massive moment in their lives. What a moment this is for all connected. It is a day for pride, a day of glory. Another grand chapter to be added to their glittering history.